Star Wars geek girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.
No, you're good.
Now go.
Hello, welcome to Star Wars Geek Girl. I'm one of your hosts, Lizzy Perales, and also my other host, Zoe Hinton. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Good. How have you been?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So we have new book announcements.
Yay! That's really it.
Yeah, but that's okay. A lot of book lovers.
Very exciting. Books are good. I just got Ronin. I got it last night. I haven't started it yet. I'm going to start it today. Very excited to read that. I think I'm going to watch The Duel again before I start reading it. I think.
Does that take place? It takes place after, right?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew, like, you read the back of it or something. I don't know.
No, I think it does take place after, but you know what? I'll find out.
Got it. Yeah, that seems cool. My dad seems to really like it, which is nice. He's just a fast reader, that's all.
Yeah.
I have not read it, but I heard it's really good, and I did really enjoy the episode. The duel, that was really good as well.
Yes.
I honestly haven't read much. The only thing is, like, when I was at home, my dad was like, okay, I know I can't force you to read these, but, like, I'm just gonna leave them here for you. And so he gave me like 2 issues of they were mostly comics. There was one book, but I didn't get to it because I was like really I don't know. I think I like comics more, but like because just the art's really cool. But it was like 2 issues of High Republic about these Jedi. That was kind of cool. I can't remember what it was called or anything. But then the other one was War of the Bounty Hunters that I did read. Nice. like half of the issues, I think. I'm not entirely sure because I really like Aphra, so I was like, oh, Aphra's in this, and he was like, yeah, you can just read these few comics, and like they have Aphra, but like if you want to, there's also these ones that is about War of the Bounty Hunters and like Boba Fett. It's kind of, it doesn't have Aphra in them, but like it's really cool. And I was like, okay, fine. So I read those, and those were really good. Those are the only recent things I've read so far. But yeah, have you read War of the Bounty Hunters at all?
No.
It's actually pretty good.
I know, I need to read a lot of things.
Yeah, that's okay.
But if I follow my schedule, I will have read every currently out novel by the end of July.
Schedules.
Including rereading of books that I already read. So,
which books are you rereading?
Let me look at my handy dandy little book.
Is there any specific reading why like you're rereading them? Just to like
so I can write a review for the website. I am rereading. Where's my reread list? I have a read list and a reread list. You know? I'm rereading Master and Apprentice, Queen's Shadow, Queen's Peril, Catalyst, Dark Disciple, Ahsoka, Lords of the Sith, Most Wanted, Rebel Rising, Thrawn Alliances, Thrawn Treason, Lost Stars, The Servants of the Empire series, Battlefront Twilight Company, Battlefront Inferno Squad, Leia, Princess of Alderaan, Guardians of the Wills, Aftermath, Life Debt, Aftermath, Empire's End, Last Shot, Bloodline, Before the Awakening, Phasma, Dooku Jedi Lost, which is actually an audiobook, and then also the Dr. Aphra audio drama. I already read that one, and Aliens.
Nice.
So a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. But you tend to read books very fast.
I read a book a week.
Nice.
Or try to. Yes.
Definitely a lot more than me.
Yes.
But so the new books, Shadow of the Sith, by Adam Christopher. That's kind of cool. It's about Luke and Lando between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Wow, I don't wonder where you're reading this off of.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, let's talk about each one a little bit. So Shadow of the Sith, it's like, if you recall from The Rise of Skywalker, Lando's like, oh yeah, me and Luke, explored all this stuff and like, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, what? What's that about? This is what that's about. There's like a full, on StarWars.com, there's like a full long thing. I'm not going to read all of it, but the big points are Lucas having vision to the dark side. Yikes. Specifically of Exegol. And Lando comes because Lando's daughter was taken.
Yes.
Which we already knew that he had a daughter that was taken. But we don't know, like,
Yes.
There's Ochi, who is a Sith assassin tasked with kidnapping a young girl that they meet. It's suspicious. And then Ochi, once he doesn't tell them this, I would assume, but he has to go find Rey, Darth Sidious's granddaughter.
Yes. Interesting.
So very interesting. We'll learn more about Lando's daughter here. I know some people are like, it's Janna, and some people are like, it's not Janna. So maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, they're kind of going back to the whole like, well, it's a woman. That must be his daughter.
Woman, the same race. It's gotta be connected.
Of course. Who else could it be?
Right? There's no way it could be anyone else. Yeah. We're not allowed to have any other people in Star Wars. No.
So they're kind of going back on that, which is kind of funny.
I mean, I'm personally not opposed to it being Janna. Like, I think that could be like really interesting, especially with their little like union at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Like, it's not like a horrible idea. Like, it's not like so like, oh, that's impossible. It's just like why?
It's like, well, some people are like, oh, it's obvious. It's Janna. I'm like, it's not obvious. Like, it could be. I think that could be really cool. They could do a lot of stuff with that. It could be really fun. But like, it doesn't have to be, But yeah, I'm really excited for this book. Also, I think it's funny because I feel like for the past 2 months, everyone's been like, oh, Disney's gonna decanonize the sequel trilogy. And then Disney's like, hey, here's a book about that movie, and like all that stuff. So, screw you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Yay, that's it.
Yay.
Good times. Good times.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Adam Christopher. He wrote, because I literally just read from a certain point of view The Empire Strikes Back. And he wrote one of the stories in there. It was, which one was it? I'm gonna have to Google it now. Oh, it was he wrote the one, there's really, have you read that book?
Which one?
Point of view, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just certain ones.
Okay, well, he wrote one about like a defecting stormtrooper who saw the battle between Vader and Luke. That's cool. And he was the one that was originally going to write the Mandalorian book before it got canceled. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah. Anything more to say about Shadow of the Sith?
No, not really. Next one
is, this is one I'm probably most excited about out of these, actually second most maybe, is Brotherhood, about Anakin and Obi-Wan.
The beginning of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, the beginning of the Clone Wars. I'm gonna assume it looks like before Ahsoka and like the Clone Wars movie. So that little like sliver of time in there.
Mm-hmm.
Says,
do you think maybe before Attack of the Clones too?
Well, the Clone Wars began in Attack of the Clones, so I don't think it could be before.
I guess it's just like I think it would be more interesting to have it because we don't see the time between like, you know, when Obi-Wan adopts him and like that point, which I think would be cool.
Yeah, I think there's some of that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see that, and we could even see like flashbacks or whatever. But this book, it sounds like
Beginning of Clone Wars.
Blurb here says the Clone Wars have begun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assume the Clone Wars have begun. You know.
See.
But it's interesting. The little thing on StarWars.com mentions Cato Nemoidia, which we know from Revenge of the Sith. That business on Cato Nemoidia doesn't count. So now we get to see what that business on Cato Nemoidia is. Right?
Yes.
Pretty exciting. And also Ventress.
Ventress is always good.
We love Ventress. Yeah, I'm excited. Yes. Brotherhood. And this one's by Mike Chen.
That sounds familiar.
He wrote another story from a certain point of view, The Empire Strikes Back, which was it was here. What is Disturbance? Oh, the Palpatine story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palpatine.
Yes. I did not read that one.
It's pretty good. It's just like little Palpatine, like what's he thinking when he senses the disturbance in the Force of Luke going to train with Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for Brotherhood. Good Clone Wars action. No Ahsoka, unfortunately.
No.
But, you know.
But Obi-Wan is always cool.
You like Obi-Wan? Anakin?
Yes,
you don't like Anakin. I like Anakin.
I don't like Anakin.
Ventress? You know?
Ventress and Obi-Wan, those are the best. Those are really good characters in Clone Wars.
I just really want to know what the business on Cato Nemoidia is. Because we don't know.
Soon. We'll know soon.
Soon, very soon. Actually, when does that one come out? Oh yeah, we didn't say when the other one comes out either. So Brotherhood comes out May 10th, very soon. Shadow of the Sith comes out June 28th of 2022 for both. These are all 2022.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's semi-soon. Just a few more months.
Gonna be a real blast, I think. You know?
Yes. I'm probably not going to read a good amount of these, but yes, good for everyone who does read all the books and stuff.
I mean, from what I see, it's just going to be it's just going to be like the Master and Apprentice book about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, which I really like. Mm-hmm. But this time for like Anakin and Obi-Wan, except they're not Master and Apprentice at this point. They're both masters. But yes. Master and Master does not make as great a title.
Master squared.
Master squared. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else to say about Brotherhood?
Nope. Just that I don't like Anakin. But everyone knows that. It's okay.
Well, maybe you'll like Padawan. There's no Anakin in this one. So
yes, I saw. I was like, oh, only Obi-Wan.
About July 26th. And it's all about Obi-Wan. But this is him in his rebellious Jedi state. When he's still Padawan to Qui-Gon. So again, sort of like Master and Apprentice, but more Obi-Wan, it seems like. And Obi-Wan, he runs off with, he says he encounters a group of teenagers with no adult supervision. And they have some fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be like, you know, yeah, Obi-Wan's rebellious teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
and maybe Satine. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I think it would be pretty fun. You know?
Yes.
It's by Kirsten White, who wrote another story from a certain point of view, The Empire Strikes Back, Eyes of the Empire. Actually, the first story from that book. About the people who run the little probe droids. Yeah, it'll be a good character study of Obi-Wan. Very fun.
Very young, rebellious, attitude-y Obi-Wan.
I'd be so hyped. That comes out July 26th, so I think when does Kenobi come out? The series?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's Google it. Comes out January. No, it doesn't. January 1st, 2022. That doesn't make sense. Because Boba Fett comes out the same time. Are you lying to me? Why would they both at the same time? That doesn't make any sense. Well, according to Google, it says that, but I can't find an official source like from Disney or Lucasfilm or anything. So, we'll see. Anyway, maybe Kenobi will be out by then. Maybe not. We'll see. But that's exciting, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Padawan. It's gonna be a good time.
I will, I think it would be interesting if he was a lot like Anakin.
He probably was,
Yeah.
And every time he's like, ugh, Anakin. He's like, in the back of his head, he's like, that was me. What I get.
Karma.
Yeah.
Yes. And so the next one, Stories of the Jedi and Sith.
June 7th, 2022, by multiple authors. It's little stories about different characters. The little blurb here on StarWars.com says it includes like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, Ventress. That's all it says. But personally, pretty excited.
Yes.
On Wikipedia, which is linking something from Disney.com, it says stories also include Rey, Palpatine, Yoda, Maul, Qui-Gon, and Barriss.
Barasafi. Interesting.
So maybe we'll finally find out what happened to her after, the whole blowing up the temple thing.
Kind of just like betraying Ahsoka and all that.
Yeah, that whole thing. What happened to her after that? We never really found out. But the authors include Roseanne Brown, who, from what I can tell, hasn't written for Star Wars before. That's really exciting. Sarwat Chadha, who wrote Standard Imperial Procedure in From a Certain Point of View, The Empire Strikes Back, which I'm pretty sure is with the guy that got screwed over by Boba Fett. I'm pretty sure it's that story where Boba Fett dumps him out in the trash. Delilah Dawson, who of course wrote, Phasma, Black Spire, which we love. The Perfect Weapon. She wrote too the Bazina Tal book. It looks like she's writing the Ventress story. So that's really exciting.
Yes.
She's great. Tessa Grattan, who from what I can see has not yet written for Star Wars. Michael Michael something, who looks like he wrote a lot of magazine stuff and stuff for games, and he wrote the Star Wars Rebels chapter books.
Interesting.
I'm just looking at all these people because I'm like, what else did you write? I need to know. I'm curious. Sam?
That was me during Visions, looking up every anime and things that the studios made.
Sam Maggs. She writes for Star Wars Adventures, the comics, and she is writing for the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which is pretty cool. Video game writing sounds scary to me, so props to her. Michael Moretti, he writes for Star Wars Adventures, and he wrote Beyond Hope in From a Certain Point of View, The Empire Strikes Back, which is a story about, I literally wrote my review for this book today. I can't remember. That Beyond, that was the one. Oh, that was the one about the rebels on Hoth.
Ah, I see.
I think there were some that died. I think those are the ones that didn't die. Alex Segura is writing a story, and he wrote Podamer and Freefall, which is a book I really liked.
I heard that was really good.
Yeah, Vera Strange, who wrote something, maybe? We love Wikipedia. Okay, she didn't write anything for Star Wars. I lied. And Karen Strong, she's writing the Barris story, which I'm very curious about. And she wrote one of the Cloud City stories in Empire Strikes Back. From a certain point of view, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super excited. I love the storybooks with a collection of stories. So Myths and Fables and Dark Legends, and obviously the From a Certain Point of View books. So, and I like Jedi, and I like Sith. So I think this book's pretty up my alley. I'm very excited. Yeah.
Nice. I again probably won't read a good amount of them, but they sound really cool.
And maybe next time you're home, your dad will be like, I can't force you to read these, but
he definitely hasn't forced me to read anything that's Jedi, because he knows I don't really like Jedi. Sith are okay, but even then they're still eh.
These are all Jedi, aren't they?
Yeah. So, but Obi-Wan sounds interesting. That the Padawan one, maybe if my dad was because he also just would give me random books and be like, just read this chapter, and I was like, okay, thanks. I can't remember what it was, but it was he did that a few times, so that was fun. So maybe, but we'll see.
Maybe. Well, I'm very excited to read them all. Add them to the collection. Yeah, that's it. It's a slow week. Hopefully they come out with more news for next week. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Oh, geez. That's my next book I'm reading after Ronin. I can talk about that. I'm reading Lost Stars. That's my next book. A reread of
Nice. Yes. Lost Stars is really I did read that one. That was good.
Maybe we'll talk about Lost Stars after I reread.
Yes. I don't have the book physically with me, so I'll have to remember. But I do remember reading it and really, really liking it, and then doing projects at school for it. It was cool.
Yeah, we can just Wikipedia it.
Yes. Did I tell you I wrote a whole 7-page thing about Cardinal?
Yes, I think you showed it to me when you wrote it.
Yeah, it was definitely not good. It had I'm not great at writing. I know what I want to write when I write. I'm just not good at it. So it's it needs a lot of fine tuning. But yeah, I also was rushing it. But yeah. So that was always fun. But yeah. Yes. These books sound very, very interesting. And yeah. Perhaps I will read a chapter or two of them.
A chapter or two.
That's the most you can probably get from me.
What if there are only 2 chapters? Just 2 very long chapters. Then what do you?
I'll just suffer through. I'll go through it.
I see. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's it. Maybe more Star Wars news soon. Maybe not. Please. Boba Fett trailer? Please. Please, Boba Fett trailer? Not in 2 months. Ish. Please, Boba Fett. Please. Please. Please.
Just a crumb of Boba Fett.
Spare Boba Fett, please. Yeah.
Maybe.
I want it.
Everyone wants it.
I don't know. What's it called? The 29th or something? Something like that. Let me look at my planner. Yep, Boba Fett. December 29th. Yeah. That's all I got. I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
That's all right.
Okay, well I think we can wrap it up. Probably. Plugs. Star Wars Geek Girl. You obviously know where to listen to the podcast if you're hearing this. Facebook page, Star Wars Geek Girl, Twitter and Instagram at SWGeekGirl. Then StarWarsGeekGirl.com, monthly poll, quizzes on Wednesdays, blog articles on Fridays. I've been pretty consistent lately with book reviews on Mondays, but that's not a guarantee ever. But I'm trying.
Yes. For the Rogue Rebels, you can find the website at theroguerebels.com. Instagram and TikTok is at the Rogue Rebels. Twitch is at Rogue Rebels. I'm not sure if anyone has done anything lately with that. Haven't gotten any notifications, but I don't know.
But it's there.
Yes, it's there. Facebook page, The Rogue Rebels, and Twitter at Rogue Rebels Fam.
Thank you for listening to Star Wars Geek Girl. I was Zoe.
I was Lizzy.
May the force be with you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Star Wars geek girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.